Okay, guys, like I said a few days ago, I think the story is still not over. I think there's still a lot more to come when it comes to GameStop, when it comes to Reddit, when it comes to the hedge funds. A lot going on. And tonight we have some news here on the SEC, who is apparently now looking into social media posts, aka Reddit, aka WallStreetBets, to see if they can find any fraud in hyping GameStop stock. I don't even know what to say. We knew that the SEC would get involved in this because it's such a huge issue. It pretty much took over news networks. It pretty much became a global phenomenon where everyone was, united in this, trying to fight against the hedge funds. Really, that was Wall Street versus retail. That was really the fight that most people believed. And many people believe that if anything, the Wall Street would be investigated, Robinhood would be investigated, because there was a lot of shady stuff that went down, right? There was higher short interest than there was actual shares. Hedge funds were able to somehow cover a lot of these shares while retail investors were limited in what they could buy. In some cases, they could not buy. There was a lot of stuff that went on that doesn't really make sense, and a lot of stuff behind closed doors. A lot of things are not transparent. So we thought, okay, the SEC should investigate this at some point, and they've come out now and they said they're going to be investigating, but they're investigating Reddit. They're investigating Reddit, guys. Out of all things, the hedge funds, Robinhood, everything, they're investigating Reddit. So this just shows you how deep things really go, and I still think there's a lot more that's going to come out of this, and there is going to be a lot of information that's going to shock people. So that's just my stance on this right now. I don't think that we're over. Don't think that this is past. But here in this article, it says that the SEC investigators combining social media and message board posts for signs that fraud played a role in dizzying stock swings. So they suspect that Reddit was behind fraud for GameStop, AMC, and some other companies. And they say here that the regulator, so SEC, is specifically on the hunt for misinformation meant to improperly tilt the market. So this is kind of vague. Misinformation. If anything, wasn't the media kind of pumping that Reddit was buying silver when there was literally posts on the front page of WallStreetBets saying, we are not buying silver, no one buys silver, it's just the media trying to pretend like they're buying silver so they take the attention off of GameStop? How is that not being looked into? Again, something's got to give here. Now they go on to say here that the narrative is that short sellers were caught with their pants down, really, that they were over shorted on a stock, and things played out the way it did. It was a short squeeze, it was a gamma squeeze, and it seems like, from what this article is telling us, that the SEC has an inkling that Reddit banded together and it was illegal, and they pretty much pushed the stock price higher. Now, here's my opinion. I don't know how the SEC plans to investigate all 8 million plus people on WallStreetBets. That's going to be another whole issue altogether. But remember, there was a lot of stuff that went down, right? Discord shut down their channel for WallStreetBets. WallStreetBets went private for a bit. Who knows what happened there? And there's just a lot we don't really know at this point. So there's no point speculating. But what I can share with you is some new information that I found here. This right here, before I get to the Twitter post, actually, I want to show you. So the original guy that really went long on GameStop, and he was pretty much the one that found all of this and was, the guy that pretty much, he had a thesis on GameStop and he bought into the stock, and he had absolutely nothing to do with this whole movement in GameStop, in my opinion, in the sense that he was not the one pumping it. He was not the one saying go buy. He just shared his information. He just shared his analysis, his research, and he's like, hey, I'm buying GameStop. And he's been buying it for a while too. Anyways, he just posted an update here showing his position, and you can see he has realized $13.8 million in cash, so that's pretty much gains realized. And he still has another, $7 million? About $7 million or so sitting in, a little more than 7 actually, because that's just the gain. So about 8 million or so, 8.5, sitting in total value between his current call options and stocks that he's still holding. So total value is still 22 million. He's still holding strong. What I found interesting was this right here. He posts this every day after market close, by the way. And he said, heads up, gonna back off the daily updates for now. And I was like, that's kind of weird. Why would he back off daily updates? A lot of people suspecting, hey, he may be selling and all this stuff, but if he does, he does. It's his decision. But I looked on Twitter and I found this. An interview with Cheddar representative Maxine Waters says she wants Keith Gill, aka the Redditor, the one we just saw, this guy, to testify in the upcoming hearing on GameStop trading frenzy. Gill began posting on Reddit about GameStop in stock in 2019. So like I said, he's been posting for this, his theory on GameStop for a while. I'm sure he had no idea it would blow up like this, but he was bullish on the stock, on the company. He wasn't in this for a momentum play. He was bullish on the company. So we'll see what happens here. But they also add that she also wants Robinhood CEO to testify as well. Now, I'm not sure. I was wondering how credible this is. Is this actually true? So I looked at the guy that broke this or tweeted this, and he's actually a reporter for Washington Post. So I assume this is fairly accurate information here that we have. So as we stand right now, this is what GameStop looks like. It was pretty much flat for the day, 2.68%, but then it's down 3.82% after hours. So not much. It's opened up high, then kind of sold off. Volume was a bit lower than the last few days, I believe. We're down to around a $6.5 billion market cap from a high of nearly 25 to $30 billion. And you can just see over the last few days, the stock from its peak has sold off over 80%. So it's been kind of a downward spiral for this. And remember, a lot of this is because the momentum was really just killed off when Robinhood and other brokers decided to just not allow any more purchases, right? So the stock was pretty much just shooting higher and higher and higher, and all of a sudden they cut off buying, and we saw a massive decline in the stock price that day. Then after they opened up buying again, things started moving up, but the momentum died at that point. So will it ever get to that again? I'm hesitant to say no. Usually for pump and dumps, or just like kind of penny stock pumps, or when I just see these irrational moves, I'm typically on the side that says, okay, it's gonna shoot up, it's gonna catch a bunch of people, and then it's gonna die off, and that's it. But in this case, I don't know, guys. I have a feeling that things may actually still keep going. I think we may still have another run up, but we'll see what happens. I have my position. I'm holding regardless, and it doesn't really matter to me whether it's lost or not. It was pretty much just support this cause, and hopefully we get something more out of it. But honestly, I think this, if anything, if they're going to be looking for fraud, it should be, with everyone involved. Reddit, media, like CNBC, hedge funds, of course, Robinhood. Pretty much all the main parties involved should be looked into, not just Reddit. And hopefully we get some sort of clarity and some sort of justice on this, and and answers to all our questions as to why things went down the way they did. Remember, we got billionaires on Twitter like Elon Musk, like Chamath, and a couple of other well-known guys that are standing for Reddit, standing for GameStop. Mark Cuban, another one, right? So there's definitely going to be more answers. I'm sure these billionaires are not going to just be quiet about this. They're going to be vocal like they have been already. So we are definitely going to get some answers, but who knows when that is? Who knows what those answers are? And all we can do right now is just wait. So let me know if you think, if this whole situation is kind of overblown, if things are actually done right now, or if you believe that this could just kind of be the lull before, the stock recovers and starts moving higher once again, because the shorts really haven't closed off their positions and they're still on the hook here for billions of dollars. Anyways, love to hear from you in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to invest positively, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.